Hello, guys. I want to thank you once again for connecting to Ogbuefi Youth Rediscovery Project, a project that has been dedicated to inspiring the youth. The project has been dedicated to educating the youth and advancing their cause in Africa, the youth of Africa, the youth of the world. And today we have another opportunity to brainstorm on a very important subject, a subject that is so dear to my heart, a subject that I know I grew up to become a victim of it, and that is mentorship. So that is the topic we are going to brainstorm on today. And I'll be happy if at the end of the day we take time to go through these conversations. Even after hearing for the first time, you go over it and see how much you can take home from this topic. That is the only way you can begin to see yourself as keen into this topic, into every of the message we are passing through this place. And today, the topic for admonition today is mentorship. But before then, let me remind us that what we are talking about here is, who am I? And the topic we have been discussing these few weeks is why many youth don't know whom they are. And in the previous video I made, I draw our attention to the fact that lack of self-awareness is one principal factor why the youth is finding it difficult to know whom they are. Another lack of self-awareness will bring subjects like the fact that the youth rarely pause to reflect on the kind of strength they are carrying, on their own weaknesses, and the kind of personality they have, the talent and the core value. This is what we discussed in the last video. In the same video, and I recall too that I talk about another problem that is the problem why the youth find it difficult to identify, to come out of the problem of knowing whom they are. And that is parental and societal problem. We talked about it last time. And the major area we hammer seriously was expectation. Your parents wanting you to be this, the society placing you even when you have not gotten there. Those are the things we talked about last time. And today, another factor that is inhibiting the youth of today from knowing whom they are is the one I call mentorship. And I just told us that I am a victim of mentorship. I'm a student that was unable to pass through this mentorship. And I will be happy after today's conversation, you still go over it and see to what extent you can pick out of what we are talking about today. So mentorship is our ability to direct our subordinate to appreciate what is good and what is bad. That is mentorship. Biblically speaking, you appreciate it better. Moses mentored Joshua, and Joshua became celebrated. Elisha mentored Elijah. Even in our Bible, those who made names in the religion, in the Bible that we read every time. Samuel also mentored Eli. David mentored Samuel. We go further to discover that even Mordecai mentored Esther to succeed in the foreign land. Naomi mentored the likes of Ruth. And even the 12 disciples that followed Jesus Christ were properly mentored by Christ before they were able and they were commissioned to be able to achieve those success stories they were able to have in life. So mentorship is a very fundamental ingredient that children, youth of today need to really go through to enable them succeed. And lack of it, which have been the case, that is worrying most youth today. Lack of mentorship makes a lot of youth today not really know where they are going to, not really know where they are coming from. So lack of it is a problem, and that is why I am hammering on it today. I am bringing it for discussion. So when we talk about youth mentorship, we are not talking about the fact that many people grow up today without role models. Role model is that person you as a child, you are growing up, you as a youth, you are growing up to look up to. I recall one time in my own village, one enterprising young guy just came up to me and said, "Sir, I want to be like you when I grow up." And my reply to him was that, yes, you cannot just be like me. You are going to be better than me because you have identified me as your own role model. And what that means is that everything you are doing in life, you'll be aspiring to be the way I am, because he felt that I have gotten what he has not gotten and he had made me his role model. So